I was never terribly good at skating, and I see that some things never change. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Welcome back to more Splatoon! Last time, I had a bucket. This time, we find ourselves once again back in Octo Valley, and I've never taken the time to appreciate just how lovely these kettles look before you uncover them. The insignia on the bottom's kind of nice. I mean, I don't care for what the Octarian flag stands for, but I can appreciate good design when I see it. Spreader Splatfest. Ink stains and teardrops. I like one of the two. Let's go. You got hot air balloons everywhere. Their master blimp is onto us. He's staring at us from back in the darkness to look foreboding. And making him look even more foreboding is a light placed in the foreground, so that the foreground is lighter than the background that he stares at us from. You turn around, and there was a hot air balloon ready to snatch you away the whole time! I somehow doubt that's anyone's irrational fear, but there's some pretty darn weird things to have as irrational fears, and fetishes for that matter, so we'll go with it. Watch out for, yep, spreaders. That's the official name that we're going with for these things. They cover up your ink and replace it with their color as they pass by. I got done complaining about uncreative enemy names about enough for a lifetime, so we'll give them an easy pass this time. Only one offense, not nearly as bad as something else I've played. Let's be the grind rail as we go across. Maybe that's what I was missing when I was skating. I wasn't being the grind rail. You can give me armor. You, can't give me cover anymore because I senselessly destroyed you, but doesn't really matter because octocopters don't exactly hit all that hard. Let's cover you up, make you into a cheese bar. I much prefer that name over spreader, and we can go upward. Oh, almost didn't see you right there in your goggles. Bomb? Yes, it is enough to make you explode. Wow, that's really nice. Sometimes it can be a bit of a pain to aim and shoot at those things when they're out of range though, but duly noted, I can use a bomb. Very long grind rail. So, what's your favorite food, bucko? Mine be Krabby Cakes. I was hoping he'd make a little bit more small talk. He didn't get weather in there. Watch the spreaders headed your way. I think we can, yeah, let's do this. So, you can duck into your ink on top of the spreaders. It won't ever get covered up again, and you can ride them just to kind of see where they all go. There is an underside to this platform with a whole 6 power eggs on it. You know, this is the first instance of this, and I'd say that's thinking pretty outside the box the first time you'd see it to do something like that. Your award could have been more spectacular. Eggs. Give me that. And, okay, right here. You can see that there is a whole, bingo wheel underneath this platform. Really? Nothing? Nothing at all? The bottom side isn't even inkable? I mean, I guess inking a ceiling wouldn't exactly do you a whole lot of good because swimming still obeys gravity, but still, nothing? Like, really nothing. Oh, I see, okay. So we're gonna get into the wall right here. This does kind of show off that when you're swimming on a wall, you will always make ripples, and you do have to kind of maintain yourself. You will automatically fall. But should we follow it? You are just a bunch of eggs. And also a shortcut. Wait a minute. Here I think I'm being so clever and being so crafty and getting ahead of the game, and what do? I just go back up here to find there's nothing but a checkpoint. Sorry. I know there wasn't death below us though, but just the thought of, there was one egg in that balloon, that's what I... Fine. Anyway, I know that there wasn't death below us though, but just the thought of having to place something again and having to climb up that wall all over again, it was pretty darn scary for how impatient of a person I can be. You can live. Usually it's only reserved for Inklings that I fight against though, but I guess maybe the trend is catching on with Octolings as well. Living's nice. It's a trend that I see catching on a lot these days. Double armor, give me that. And more balloons, more Octarians, and more balloons. Took care of all that. Probably could have taken it faster if I got it the other way, but now let's pop you. Again, what is it with like the one egg? Oh boy, nothing? At all? Nothing? Okay. I'm just being paranoid. I'm checking for that sunken scroll. I know that there's gonna be one. Oh, ooh, I didn't realize that could be the checkpoint either. Zapfish is nearby. All right. Huh. How did I miss that? I thought I was being pretty darn diligent taking care of that. No! Great way to lose your bonus. Grab you. Give me my eggs. Nothing? Is there really not? I don't think there's any opportunity to get a sunken scroll here. I'm sure it was very obvious, but let's grab our Zapfish for right now and then go back in. Huh. The undersides of these platforms look like skyscrapers. Maybe while I was busy complaining about only getting 6 eggs from finding that underside, I should have been more observant of the fact that, hey, it's showing you where the collectible is. Should you be that ahead of the game that you think to try that on your first time seeing such a thing in the stage? Just saying. Gee, it sure is unfortunate that you can never move from that platform ever, and you are forced to just take it in the face. So we will go onward, grab our plushie of a Zapfish, and add even more eggs to our title. Our scroll says, the ink sprayed during a turf war vanishes almost immediately after the battle ends. How environmentally friendly and incredibly convenient. That is, unless you are the one who devoured my cheese land in a matter of, what, 3 minutes it took us to beat that stage? I'm willing to bet that is one constipated individual. The scroll has a bit of significance, though. You see that well, I guess technically ink splatters, not paint splatters, are together in pairs. Whenever you're playing in Turf Wars, or any mode really, it'll always be the same colors that are together in who is fighting who. As in that bright green will only fight purple, light blue will only fight pink, dark blue will only fight orange. The pairs that you see here are the only possible combinations that you'll see in Turf Wars. There are unused combinations that were, I guess, planned to be implemented at some point, but it never happened. These are the ones that you see in game, though. We close the book on this chapter, and let's super jump over to Inkopolis Plaza. So the thing that I want to talk about this time around, that is pretty awesome. Whoa, that's a lot better than the thing I was going to be showing. The thing that I wanted to show was kind of foreshadowed for a little while. I said we were going to get to this pretty quick, and that is the back alley. Sappenin', mate. Now, who are you then? You a cop? Nah, you're too fresh to be a cop. But you know what would make you even fresher? Someone else's gear. That's where old Spike comes in. You ever see a bloke strolling around the plaza in some right fresh gear that you fancy for yourself? Just walk up to that bloke, check him out with A, and then press X to, order their gear from me. I can't guarantee I'll get you gear with the same abilities, but it'll look just as fresh. Trust me, love. Right then, I'll be waiting for your order. This is the Shadier Channels, or these are the Shadier Channels, or this is the Shadier Channels. Never mind. I'm not really so good in my English, okay? So what Spike was saying. Let's say we walk up to this girl, and, wow. Those are some mighty fine shoes you got there. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to them. You just tell Spike what equipment you want on the Inklings that are currently in your Inkopolis Plaza, and he'll order them for you. Say that you fight against somebody that had gear that you really like the look of and you just want it. Maybe you like the main ability on it or something like that. All you need to do to get your grubby little squid tentacles on the piece of equipment that you want is either to have an Inkling in your plaza that has the equipment that you want at random, or to fight against someone online and then exit as soon as the game is over, come out into the plaza, and their Inkling will always be in the Inkopolis Plaza for you to get it. Your limitations are that you can only order one item per day, so make it count, and it takes until the next day of real time before he'll actually have it in stock. You also cannot order any items that are related to any kind of progress, so if there's an item that's a reward for clearing some kind of challenge, you will need to get it through those means. So, sorry, you still gotta save up your allowance for that amiibo that gives you the Predator cosplay that you just gotta have. And even when you can fulfill these requirements and get the equipment that you want, it's still a bit limited. On better equipment, this can be very expensive, and Spike is also not guaranteed to get you equipment exactly as it is on the other character. I guess maybe my feet are too small for those shoes, so I'm not able to connect my toes to the point that saves more ink near the toe. I don't really know the explanation for it, so that's what I'm gonna go with. It's just a nice way to make your character look nice in these early levels before the shops have carried all the stuff that you want, and also a way to get nicer abilities on stuff should you ever happen to run into someone that's got what you were looking for. There are other things that Spike is able to do for you that we'll be getting into later that we can't quite do yet, but I want to just take a moment to appreciate Spike's character design. He is beautiful, man. He's based on a sea urchin, of course, hence his hair. Not only does his hair just look super nice and is just really appealing to look at, and I want first four figures to make a statue of it just super, super badly, but his skin color, he's orange. If you crack open a sea urchin to eat it, you'll see that the body on the inside is orange. It's just kind of a nice detail on how they worked a hairstyle into a head, how his head is shaped like a sea urchin and it still has that where his hair is parted. It is one of my favorite character designs. I like Annie a lot. Sheldon, of course, is always hilarious. Jalonzo is adorable and you just want to squish him between your arms, but Spike, as unsquishable between your arms as he might look, he's still a really nice looking character, and I really like his design a lot. It's one that I think a lot of thought went into and a lot of effort, too. That ends our adventures in the plaza. So now, on to the weapon of the day. Starting a duo of offbeat sniping weapons based on cleaning supplies that you begin unlocking at level 6. My, what a specific title. It can only belong to the classic Squiffer. I like to call this Sniper Light Edition. It charges faster than the Splat Charger, does almost as much damage, but has significantly less range. It might be frustrating to use for first-timers, as people that like to snipe typically are used to playing farther away and from up on a high perch, whereas people who aren't used to sniping might just find it frustrating in general that it's not as long range as they would like. It's meant to be more viable at fighting down on the ground. Remember the right-handed corners tip for this one. Its fast charge time combined with only needing to expose a small portion of your body to get a shot is an effective way to use this. The Squiffer does particularly well in narrow hallways that have objects for you to duck behind. If it's still frustrating and flying solo isn't working out too well, another viable playstyle is to go nowhere alone and act as support. It might not sound exciting at first, but if you're the difference between a strong teammate being alive or dead, that's still a huge deal. Your long straight lines of ink can not only kill an enemy in one hit when fully charged, but they also serve as an escape route for a teammate if they need to get away quickly. Remember that support roles can be important. It might not be the longest range thing ever, but it does outrange a respectable number of common weapons like the splatter shots and the splat rollers. It's good at playing defensive, kiting them, not allowing them to get close, and just simply picking them off from a distance they can't do much about. The big weapons to watch out for when playing a Squiffer are long-range shooters like the Splattershot Pro, the Squelchers, and as you would expect, it's big bad older brother snipers that outrange it by quite a lot. When directly comparing the Squiffer to other sniping weapons, it's very easy to see the negatives, but remember the positives of not only having a faster charge time, but fantastic run speed for what it is. It does a lot better strafing. Your sub-weapon for this time is Point Sensor. On this set, point sensors are most commonly used to tag things that you outrange and taking easy shots from a distance that they can't do anything about. But it's also very appreciated if you're hanging back and throwing them to point out enemies to your teammates. Its special is the Bubbler, further aiding the Squiffer at playing closer than other sniping weapons, can be used as a panic button, and of course, once again, does a good job playing team support. But, if you want to use this set for invincibility, unless you want to play a support role, I'd suggest waiting a few more seconds for what we're about to see. In the way of equipment, for the first and probably last time, I want to give special attention to Ink Saver Sub. This was once considered one of the worst abilities in the game. It can be good now because it reduces ink usage of sub-weapons by a percentage, whereas it used to do it by units of ink, making it just not that helpful compared to Ink Saver Main. If you run it on anything that has point sensor with 2 main slots of it, it becomes possible to throw 3 point sensors without a need for a reload. Again, can be good when playing team support or just when practicing for your shots. Also, I do need to clarify that the damage up thing that I'm suggesting is just for fun more than anything else. It's just one of those goofy things that you can do that might be fun for a side distraction, but I don't seriously suggest that you go doing that in high-level play. The alternate kit, unlocked at level 20, is the Fresh Squiffer. Now this is the story all about how my life got flipped turned up. No. This is probably the best of these two Squiffers, and why I suggested holding out on the Classic. Before this was added into the game, there was the occasional good Squiffer you had to fight every once in a while, and if you weren't prepared, yeah, they could be very annoying because it wasn't a commonly played weapon. But after this was added, Squiffer became played so much more. It's not the greatest weapon in the world, but let's get started on the kit. Sub is the Suction Bomb. The Squiffer excels at playing a buddy to common shooters, and this is great for that. Even when flying solo, it's the ultimate manipulation tool when it gets such quick one-hit kills once you're fully charged. Don't forget that the Suction Bomb is incredible at being placed where people are super jumping to for some easy kills. Special is the Kraken, and for a weapon that's all about quick kills, this is amazing. Being easily the most versatile special out there, it makes so many things possible for a weapon that previously had very limited capabilities. Safely super jumping, overcoming an enemy in 2v1 situations when it otherwise couldn't. It's good. Only real downside is that the Kraken is kind of on the expensive side, so it might be difficult to charge up. Thus, of course, I recommend Special Charge Up or Tenacity. In my personal opinion, I consider this one of the ultimate examples of difficult to master, but such high potential. The main attack is frustrating to use if you're used to other weapons, but every attack it has on this kit is a one-hit kill. The main's one-shot is so quick for a charger, and there's such good synergy between the manipulation with warning shots, manipulation with suction bombs, and the versatility of the Kraken. It is frustrating at first, let it be frustrating. There is something wonderful to love once you've adjusted to it. Yeah, only 2 new kits, not really a whole lot of new stuff, but hey, maybe some other time. Here's the stage rotations. Hold on to your tentacles. You can hold on to my tentacles anytime you want. If your name is Marie. Our stages for the day are Walleye Warehouse, new stage. Get up high and shoot opponents from above. Or, you know, don't. Port Mackerel. Making use of the containers here is crucial. What's in those containers anyway? Maybe candy? Ranked battle stages, we don't care about that. Let's just get on to making our equipment spread. Going with the Fresh Squiffer today, and my look is the football playing crossing guard maid with red sneakers. I decided to go all in on the movement speed just because I do like the faster strafing that you get at a run speed up with a Squiffer because it's just so lightweight. Swim speed up, of course, is always good. It fights a little bit closer than other chargers, so I wanted the ink resist up. And that special duration up cannot hurt if you got a Kraken. I think all the abilities are fairly self-explanatory or things that we have seen before, so how about we get straight into it? I'm gonna be honest with you, I am quite possibly the worst Squiffer player to ever live. And before you go telling me, oh, don't be like that, you said the same thing about the Splat Charger and you did just fine. Well, I got news for you. For one, we're fighting double E-leaders. For two, I did 3 practice games to warm up, and across 3 games total, I got 1 kill and died 16 times. Yeah, we're in for it. We're in for the long haul. I kind of realized that I don't think any amount of practice that I could do here today is going to make me any better. I was intimidated from playing this weapon, to be honest with you. I wanted to get a guest for it, but yeah, I couldn't really find many people that played Squiffer. Anyway, enough complaining! Port Mackerel, I'm gonna just play lane control here. My suction bomb is good, good pressure from a distance. Maybe I can cause some people that I outrange to just come near me and, you know, take my shot to the face. Maybe I can hope for that. I actually do have my special, which is better than how I think I did before. Hey, you too, you want some of this Kraken? Cause I can crack my fingers in 200 very different ways. I don't know. Oh, you're not our color. Crap, in the shade it looked like it was our color. Thanks for that. That guy saved my bacon when I could not. Wow, you and I are a team. I fumble around and look like an idiot to make you look better while you're saving my bacon, see? Man, this is going great. Oh, if there was ever better timing for anything in history of the world. Holy crap. Get halfway through the word and then just, nope, rolled over. Squish. All right, I want to get my special back up. That's what I gotta do. Can play with these corners, can right side peek around him. Oh boy. There's his A-leaders. Yeah, I don't have much of an easy way of dealing with an E-leader. Nope. You're just a vanilla E-leader, so you're the one with the burst bombs. I gotta watch out for you when trying to get close to you. I'm gonna super jump anyway. We got him pinned down. We gotta keep up the pressure. Even if I am just dying, one extra thing for them to shoot bullets at is technically putting a little bit more pressure on them and slowing them down. We just don't want them taking back control of the center, so I'm just gonna keep super jumping, maybe throw down some suction bombs when I go down, and do that. Oh, ooh, oh, man, my bomb would've had him. Dang. This is a war zone back here. I gotta give them points for trying, though. They definitely are. As much as I wish I could say that this is not like that. You, yes, got ya! Finally getting the hang of that shot leading. I don't know, it's weird. When playing the Splat Charger, I don't have trouble leading my shots all that badly, though, but then when you just take a little bit of the range away, despite the fact that you think it would make it easier, I just suddenly have problems, and I don't really know why. Nope. That was a dumb move. Thought he was already within my range, and he just wasn't charged up. Oh, well. You hug that septic tank or whatever it is that weapon actually is. You hug that thing tight. We did it. Wow. I'm kind of curious to see what these results are like, because that's not at all what I was expecting. They all fought pretty hard, actually. There wasn't anyone that didn't really do much of anything. I can't say they weren't trying. All right. Let's go in again. Somehow? How? I'm gonna be honest. And then divert from what I said last time and say that this is my favorite map in all of Splatoon, and I am so glad that we are getting to play it here today. I just wish that it was with a weapon I'm actually good with. I'll give that a booyah, sure. Yeah, let's raise that morale a little bit. Didn't do as bad as I thought I would. Walleye Warehouse is a fairly small map. Not really huge, not any sort of special gimmick, really. Just a lot of corners that you can play around, boxes in the center of the map, lots of terrain everywhere, a lot of narrow hallways off to the side. It doesn't really need to be special. It's just nice. It's not like a Final Destination where it's just the flat map and it's just how good you are at playing on a flat map determines how good you are at that, but yeah, I like it a lot. I know that I'm not alone in that because this did very well in a favorite maps poll that they held officially at one point. So yeah, I definitely know that I'm not alone in it. I almost got my special, dude. No, don't take that away from me. Oh God. Wow, that was quite a wasted Kraken right there. Nope. Nope, dead. I killed a grand total of 0 people despite being alive for a whole minute. Okay. That guy right there showed off something I haven't gotten the chance to talk about yet. You can super jump back to your spawn point at any time. It is faster than dying because you don't have the whole respawn time to wait through and all that, though, so it can be a good thing to remember. Definitely not standing on that crate ever again, because if they got an E-leader on the other team, which they do, they can shoot you from one of those crates from the other crate. Jump again. We gotta regain control of the center and fast. We got half the time limit left, and they got it pretty locked down. If I can get my special back, a Kraken might be able to help us do that. Didn't think he'd be there. Really didn't. Hop into you. Toss that back. I don't know, I feel like, okay, if there's one thing I don't like about Walleye Warehouse, it is that I feel like when you're pinned back like this, there's so little you can do to enter the middle. If you go off to the sides, they're already there. If you try to go to the middle, there's not any easy trickety-trick way you can approach. If they got something long range like that that's just very on top of it, I don't feel like you can fight back too easily. Other than that, it's still, you know, they can't all be perfect. You and I, we should go together. You and Aerospray, I'm a Charger. Maybe we could complement one another kind of well. I'm kind of giving away our location by telegraphing around those corners, though, but we'll try it nope. You. Nope. You somewhere. Oh, the leader sees me. I heard something go off. Sounded like a Kraken, but oh, it was ours. Yes, gotcha! Got you underneath that guy's armpit. It was an opening in which I could shoot you from. I am a master sniper, clearly. Are we gonna have 2 wins when I did this? Right after I said practicing didn't pay off. We totally are. And I'm only going to have died. Had to say it! Had to say it! That time I didn't even get halfway through the word in question, but yeah, there you go. I'm about as surprised as you are, and I will be, again, I'm going to reiterate, I had 3 losses when I went to go warm up. I usually like to warm up with chargers before, like, going on a playing spree or anything like that, just because shot leading and the timing of the charge, you got to get used to it all. Some might argue that I should have run damage up on this thing, but yeah, I couldn't really get it the way I wanted with my equipment, so I decided to just go all in on movement speed, and it worked out all right. Juddy, buddy! Mew, your vibe is toasty. Here's a little bonus of 100 coins. Meow. Do Mew ever feel like the camera is moving too fast? If so, try lowering the sensitivity in the options menu on the gamepad. You behind. I've been given that advice for I don't know how many videos at this point, but probably not more than 9. Just a hunch. All right, so looked like I did a front flip right there. That was kind of cool. That is all for now. Next time on Splatoon, we will be touching Sasha. See you guys then.